This story shows us that the behavior of a bear child can lead to serious consequences. The elevator was fine and the bear child pressed the emergency button. With a click, the elevator stopped and everyone was trapped on the 49th floor of the elevator. In this situation, people did not blame the bear child and even praised her for doing a good job. I didn't expect the bear child to come on even stronger and start pressing the elevator button indiscriminately. Just because of the indulgence of the bear child, they're about to face a big disaster. It turns out that the bear child's grandfather is the company boss, and all the people in the elevator are his employees. Soon the boss realizes that no matter how much he restarts the elevator, it doesn't work and immediately calls security. The security guard said he had contacted the maintenance staff to come over to fix the problem. However, several hours passed without any news. Boss felt that something was not right and called the security again. This time, however, the other side just hung up the phone. At this point, one of the Mary in the crowd suddenly spoke up, saying that boss would be announcing his retirement in a few days and would be taking $75 million with him. They hear this news and start a discussion. Boss was puzzled as to how Mary had gotten the news. Hastily, he explains that the figures are all just gibberish from magazines. Mary said that so much money came from deducting money from employees. She said she originally had a savings, that she and her husband were going to buy a yacht to travel around the world. Until the day she got a phone call from a salesman who kept tricking her into buying shares, saying that your money would double in a year's time, and the husband bought the whole position in order to buy the yacht as soon as possible. As a result, in less than a week, the stock simply crashed. Unable to bear the blow, the husband shot himself, and the stock came from boss's company. He blamed boss for releasing the stock knowing it was a crap stock and cheating everyone out of their money. Boss doesn't apologize and says she's maligning the company. The company has said that investment is risky and you need to be careful when entering the market, and it's their own fault that they bought the junk stock. These words completely enraged Mary, and in the excitement, she became hypertensive. Tom immediately called the police for help, but Mary had a heart attack. Before he died, he said that there was a time bomb in his body, and then he died. A pregnant woman squatted down, lifted her clothes, and there was a time bomb strapped to her waist. People in the elevator panicked. No one dared to go near the body. Tom immediately called the police for help, while a woman turned on a live stream, trying to take advantage of the situation to become an internet sensation. Everything they do is seen by the terrorists in the shadows. They decided to find another way out, and thought of climbing out from the top of the elevator. They opened the top of the elevator, and found that there was no escape ladder, so they could only think of other ways. The pregnant woman ignored the baby and lit a cigarette. A man immediately went to stop her, but the pregnant woman pushed her away. She said, "When I was pregnant, you didn't care about me, but now you care so much about me." The fiancé next to her knows she's being cheated on. She, the real wife, is not even pregnant. The third party's child is about to be born. The atmosphere in the elevator was awkward, but there was good news. The woman's live feed made the news. Soon on TV, the FBI was out in force, but there's a problem. The bomb is in the elevator. The FBI has to evacuate the building before they can rescue them. They don't have much time. They don't want to wait to die. They decided to save themselves. They pulled open the elevator door, but the elevator was stuck under the exit, and there was only a gap, so there was no way to get out. Suddenly, someone thought that they could try to push the button outside the elevator with their hands. Maybe they could restart the elevator. They pulled the door open again, throw out a cane, and send Jake up. He desperately tries to reach out and poke the elevator button, but just as he's about to succeed, an accident occurs. The little bear child started to die again. She pressed the elevator button frantically, and the elevator mechanism suddenly malfunctioned. The elevator suddenly went out of control and fell rapidly, like a sharp sigh, directly cutting off the man's arm. Everyone rushed together around, using the tie to help him stop the bleeding, but the injury was too serious. The man eventually fainted from the pain. This scene completely cuts off everyone's thoughts of escaping by drilling the elevator. Meanwhile, the terrorist sees the news and decides to turn himself into the police. He tells the camera that his parents lost all their money because the company fooled them into buying junk stocks. The father couldn't take the blow and raised his gun and killed himself. Mother also died of a heart attack just now. He just wanted to get back at boss and didn't want to hurt innocent people. And now, there are only 10 minutes left before the bomb explodes. Everyone heard what the terrorist said through the cell phone live stream. If they couldn't escape earlier, everyone in the elevator would die. Upon learning this news, Tom, who has been quiet, suddenly speaks up. He accuses boss of forcing himself to trick these old people into buying the stock when he knows that it's junk. It turns out that he is the salesman who sold the stock to Mary, but there's no time to argue now. Everyone decides to defuse the bomb, but everyone rummages through their pockets and only finds a nail clipper. Trying to cut the wire holding the bomb in place with this thing is a dream. The only way now was to cut off the Mary meat and remove the bomb. Everyone was afraid to do it, but finally Ball stepped forward and used the knife to cut open Mary's abdomen. Who knew that the FBI would arrive when he was halfway through the cut? It turns out that the crowd has been evacuated and now it's their turn. The FBI drops the elevator down a floor, leaving enough room for them to feed out. Everyone was then rescued one by one, and in the end, only Tom was left unable to get out. He suddenly realized that eating too much would really kill him, and at this time, there was only the last 1 minute left before the bomb exploded. Fatty looked back at Mary. Perhaps this is the arrangement of fate. In the end, he and Mary fell into the depths of the elevator